Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke. What do these guys have in common? Well, you know the names, they're icons. And they spent an evening together, I should say, in Miami, Florida, in a motel room, having discussion about their role in the civil rights movement. This is in 1964. There wasn't much going on, but it was all starting around that time. And this is a very, very powerful, compelling film. I highly recommend it. All Americans ought to see this movie, especially if you care anything about race relations in our country today and why things are the way they are. The director, Regina Kemp, did a fabulous job, and the writer, Kemp Powers, also. Let's just look at the stars here in the movie and give you a little lowdown on them, the full cast and crew here. I want to just say great performances by Kingsley Ben-Adir as Malcolm X, Eli Goree as Cassius Clay, Aldous Hodge as Jim Brown, and Leslie Odom Jr. as Sam Cooke. Really, really stunning performances. This is a first-rate quality film. It has a lot of social issues that are discussed about society today. I'm going to play you the trailer here and just talk about it. The film takes place in 1964 in Miami, Florida. Malcolm X, of course, was a rising leader in the civil rights movement. Muhammad Ali had not taken that name yet. Jim Brown, who was just retiring from football, and Sam Cooke had a lot of hits on the charts. He was the big money maker of the four right then. And they all got together for Muhammad Ali's victory over Sonny Liston when he became the world heavyweight champion. Afterwards, they all met in a room and had a discussion. And it was very, very powerful discussion. All kinds of things happened, and you're just not going to believe it. You really have to see this film to understand. These guys had all different perspectives about civil rights and what their role should be in the movement, and they had a lot of conflict. This is not a movie where they all sit around and agree on everything. They have a lot of disagreement about the role they play and how they should approach the coming movement of civil rights. I think this film is a film that's going to get you thinking about a lot of ideas you maybe didn't even consider before. It's from the perspective of the African American. All these men were abused. You know, they had racism hurled at them throughout their lives, and yet they've battled on with dignity and courage, realizing they had to stand up to the man because otherwise they were never going to get the freedom and rights they deserved. And so I just have to recommend this film so strongly to you out there. It is really a beautiful film. I wept at the end. It's going to open your eyes, I hope, and your mind to the reality that racism is a very real thing, and not only a real thing, a very evil thing. And the only way to confront that is with awareness, and I think making better choices, making the right choice to realize we are all fundamentally human beings, regardless of our skin color or outward appearance. And these are four men who stood up with a lot of conviction for the fact that they knew they were something better than what they'd been told by society. They knew they had a role to play. And you've just got to see One Night in Miami. I really recommend it.